Well, as usual, fans making their way to the new Yankee Stadium. The second game of a three-game series is the Texas Rangers. The Rangers in town to face Andy Pettitte, big left-hander on the mound for the Yankees tonight in Game 2 of this series. There's your ticket. If you're coming to the ballpark, you won't need a ticket at home. You can watch this one on Yes. As tonight, the Yes Network presents New York Yankees baseball. It's going to be the Yankees and the Texas Rangers in Game 2 of a three-game series from the new Yankee Stadium in the Bronx, New York. Hi, everybody. Ken Singleton along with David Cohn. We've got it for you tonight. Game 2 of this series. Of course, the Yankees dropped the first game of the series, so near and yet so far last night. The Yankees got a big lead. They gave it up, and they almost came back, David, and tied the ball game.
Yeah, what a dramatic comeback. You know, would have been probably the best one of the year for the Yankees, and that's saying something, the way they played in this yard. Hideki Matsui continuing his torrid pace with another bullet, and Jorge Posada goes 8-ball in the side pocket, a little cue shot down the line just to extend that inning. Robinson Cano, I mean, what can you say about that? A classic Cano line drive once again. It looked really good from here. That's where it went bad. Nick Swisher with a flat bat, pops it up. You could tell the look on Joe Girardi's face. He was not happy about that. No manager would be. And then once again to end it, a line drive from Melky Cabrera, a close play at second base. Oh, so close. It just didn't work out for the Yankees, but a lot of life in that ninth inning.
Well, the Yankees lost the ball game 10-9. They're going to try and get back on the winning track tonight behind Andy Pettitte. In fact, let's check out our New York Lottery pitching matchup for this evening. We got a bunch of lefties on the mound tonight. A young lefty in Derek Holland, just 22 years old. His record 7-7 of 4.72. Here's a young man who's improved as the season's gone along. He's pitching well lately. And speaking of pitching well lately, Andy Pettitte's on the hill for the Yankees. Andy looking for his 11th victory of the year tonight. Can he get it against the Texas Rangers? You'll have to stay tuned. Watch it. Coming up next on Yes. Once again, we're at Yankee Stadium, second game of a three-game series between the Yankees and the Texas Rangers. The Yankees hoping to get back on the winning track. Hi, everybody. Ken Singleton along with David Cohn tonight. We are your men in blue. And tonight, Andy Pettitte gets a start for the Yankees. Now, Andy started 5 days ago in Boston. He's been pitching pretty well, but hadn't been getting much in the way of run support. Well, last time out, David, he didn't pitch all that well, but he got plenty of run support and picked up a victory.
He did pick up a victory, and that's one of those things when you're a starting pitcher, you just take it and run. Because all those games he pitched so well and didn't get run support, this one he did. And, you know, a lot of times, Kenny, too, you're sitting on the bench a long time, the Yankees were scoring runs. I thought his stuff was still very sharp. That slider and those cutters he's been throwing over the last several weeks have been very sharp. They've been a key to his success. Even though he didn't have good numbers, he still did what he had to do to win that game.
Well, Andy Pettitte is one win away from tying Lefty Gomez on the all-time Yankee win list. Can the big lefty tie Lefty? Stay tuned. Raymore and Flanagan, furnishing your style with guaranteed delivery in 3 days or less. By Geico, 15 minutes can save you 15% or more on car insurance. And by Honda, the 2009 Honda clearance is here, but it ends soon. Hurry into your Honda dealer today. Well, there are the Yankee stadiums, new and old. Of course, the lights might be off in the old stadium, but the memories live on. And tonight, Andy Pettitte is on the mound for the Yankees tonight. And Andy will be facing a very tough Texas Rangers lineup. And that lineup is presented by BMW. At the very top, leading off, is Ian Kinsler back in the leadoff spot tonight. He'll be at second base. Michael Young had a big home run here last night. He'll be at third, batting second. Josh Hamilton will be in center field, followed by Nelson Cruz in right. Ivan Rodriguez will be the designated hitter, followed by Chris Davis at first. Taylor Teagarden does the catching. David Murphy in left field. And Elvis Andrus, who went 3 for 5 last night with a double, a career-high 3 runs batted in, and a run scored. He'll be batting ninth.
We got a matchup of the old bull and the young bull, Kenny. Here's the old bull. Andy Pettitte on the season, 25 starts, 10-6, 4.25 ERA. 56 strikeouts and 56 walks and 117 strikeouts. And here is the Jeep Pitcher Scouting Report. Taking control, Kenny. I've noticed Andy has always been a pitcher who didn't like to call his own game. Lately, since this good stretch has been going, he's been taking charge on the mound, shaking his head, calling his own game, not afraid to shake off pitches. I think that's been a big key for Andy. Keep it in the yard, too. No home runs in the last 6 starts for Andy Pettitte. And Dog Day afternoon, that refers to August. He's career 48-19 in the month of August.
And Andy Pettitte will face a tough hitter leading off for the Texas Rangers. It's going to be, well, we have some beautiful overhead shots tonight. We're looking at Ian Kinsler stepping in, and he'll be taking the first pitch from Andy Pettitte in just a second here. The big lefty getting the sign from Jorge Posada, and we're ready to go. And the first pitch is fouled back to the screen by Kinsler. He's not one to take many pitches, and that's strike one. You can see a career high 26 home runs for Kinsler, 69 runs batted in. And he takes one high and away. It's a ball and a strike. Fans, IOTV offers you incredible HD picture and sound. HD is free with IOTV, the official HD service provider of Yankees baseball on Yes. There's a breaking ball in for a strike, and it's 1-2. Breaking ball is fouled at the plate. These Rangers, a good hitting ball club. Andy Pettitte lost to the Rangers on June the 3rd at Yankee Stadium, working 5 innings, 7 hits, 4 runs. Andy's control was off that day. He walked 6. Texas won the game 4-2. Andy in his career is 9-9 against the Rangers. Swing and a miss, strike 3. And David, you were talking about the good cutter that Andy has been throwing lately.
You know, a lot of times it's hard to tell the difference between a slider and a cutter. This is the cutter, even though it's got break on it like a slider, but it's 85 miles an hour. And you see, that's the true definition of a cutter. It's just a couple, 3-4 miles off of his fastball. You see the real speed here. Kinsler reads fastball, and a good cutter retains its velocity just a few miles off your fastball, and that's what Andy's had working lately.
Now he's got to face Michael Young, who's got a 12-game hitting streak going. And Young takes a pitch for a call strike. This is the 3rd hitting streak of 10 or more games this year for Michael Young. That's the type of season he's having. The 0-1 pitch misses outside. It's a ball and a strike. Let's check out the umpiring crew tonight, and we have a couple of new umpires on hand. The crew chief, Randy Marsh, behind home plate. Jim Reynolds at first. Chuck Merriweather at second. Laz Diaz over at third. Pitch is hit on the ground to third. Alex Rodriguez bobbles, recovers. The strong arm is not in time as Michael Young hustles down the line and beats it out. And that's going to be an error on Alex Rodriguez.
See, Michael Young turns on that inside cutter. Big hop off the lip. Looks like it came up a little higher than A-Rod anticipated. Off the heel of the glove, and just not enough time because, as you could see, Michael Young busting it right out of the box, taking nothing for granted.
Error number 7 on the season for Alex Rodriguez. Here's Josh Hamilton. Hamilton had 4 hits here last night. Takes a pitch inside for a ball. It was the first time ever In his major league career, he's had 4 singles in a game. There are his numbers on the season, considerably down from last year, but he's spent some time on the DL. Inside ball 2, 2 balls and no strikes. Hamilton got a 3-game hitting streak going. He's starting to pick up the pace. Early in the season, he was bothered by injuries. Really got off to a slow start. He's had 11 multi-hit games in August. Ground ball, bite to Sharon into right field for a base hit. Michael Young had to hold up to let the ground ball go in front of him. He can only advance to second. So Hamilton now with that base hit is hitting 4 straight games.
We saw Hamilton last night. He's so strong, even when he doesn't quite get it, he still hits the ball hard. Via diving to Sharon, no real chance there. That's what Hamilton will give you. Even if you beat him a little bit on the inside part or the outside part, you can see he didn't really get that ball, but he still hits the ball hard, gets it through.
So 2 on and 1 out. That'll bring up Nelson Cruz, who's batting in the cleanup spot tonight. Breaking ball, and it misses. Ball 1. The Yankees, that you would expect, they don't do as well when they have some miscues in the field. They're 25-28 in games that they make an error. 52-19 when they don't. And I think that applies to all teams. When you start kicking the ball around, you're opening the door for the opposition. A 1-0 pitch to Cruz, and he takes outside ball 2. 2 balls and no strikes.
Cruz having a bust-out season. We've talked about him, with his 26 home runs, but actually against left-handed pitching, he's hitting only .202 this year with 4 home runs.
And the 2-0 pitch, and it's ball 3. 3 balls and no strikes.
Actually cheated him, Kenny. You're right. Yeah. He's got 27 home runs on the year.
He hit his 27th last night. Pudge Rodriguez is on deck. His 27th leads the ball club, 1 more than Ian Kinsler. Right now, Cruz is up there staring at a 3-0 pitch, taken all the way, and it's ball 4. A 4-pitch walk loads the bases. Let's check out the game time weather conditions presented by Bigelow Tea. It's somewhat of a muggy night here in Yankee Stadium. Yeah, beautiful overhead shot. 81 degrees, 57% humidity. The wind at 11 miles per hour, and a chance of late showers. Let's hope very late. So the Rangers have loaded the bases for Pudge Rodriguez. Pudge last night was a catcher. Tonight he's a designated hitter. I think the plans are have him to catch 2 or 3 times a week, with Taylor Teagarden doing the rest of the catching that particular week. Pitch is on the way, and it's a call, strike 1. Pudge Rodriguez, recently acquired from the Houston Astros. Back to the club where it all started, the Texas Rangers. Pettit deals, and it's a ground ball to third. Could be 2. Alex Rodriguez to Cano for 1 on the first, and there's your double play. So Andy Pettit gets out of a major jam, bases loaded and 1 out, by getting Pudge Rodriguez to ground 1 to Alex Rodriguez. To Cano for 1. And on to the Sharon. The Yankees are out of it. No score for the Rangers here at the top of the first. Have a jam in the top half of the inning, and the Rangers do not score, so now it's the Yankees' turn in the bottom half of the inning. Derek Holland will be facing the Yankees starting lineup presented by BMW. Derek Jeter will lead it off. He'll be at short. Nick Swisher in right field, followed by Mark Teixeira. Alex Rodriguez will starting a double play that ended the inning after making an error that continued it. Hideki Matsui will be the DH. Jorge Posada against the Rangers this season. 538, 7 for 13 with 3 home runs and 8 runs batted in. Robinson Cano will be at second. Jerry Hairston Jr. gets to start in left field tonight. And Melky Cabrera will be in center.
Here's the young bull. 26 games, part of them in relief, part of them in the rotation, 7-7. 103 innings, 111 hits, 32 and 82 walks to strikeouts.
Pitch to Derek, swinging at the first pitch and fouls it off.
Take a look at the Jeep pitcher scout report. Red hot. It's 4-1 with a 1.85 ERA in his last 5 starts. That's best in the AL. Rapid at scent. This 22-year-old left-hander was an A-ball last year and part of the time in Double A as well. And he is a true power lefty. Mid-90s fastball, good breaking stuff, and a changeup to go with it.
Pitch is inside, a ball and a strike to Derek Jeter. Jeter has made some noise in the first inning. His last 6 games, he's reached base in the first inning in 5 of them. And his career against Holland, he is 4 for 4 with a double and a run batted in. And there's a story there. There's a pitch that's a little low for a ball. Now, there was another pitcher that's very near to me that Derek actually started out 4 for 4 against first 4 times he faced him. And that was none other than David Cone. 2-1 pitch, and it's fouled at the plate. Count is 2-2. How'd that happen, Dave?
Well, you know, this just in. This guy in the box, he's pretty good. He's a pretty good hitter. I can bear testament to that fact. He wore me out. Actually, the Yankee lineup wore me out the first couple of times I faced him. Bernie and Tino. And
this is Joe Girardi on his leadoff hitter, Derek Jeter. He's been unbelievable. Look at the last 3 weeks, the road trip, the way he sparked us in every game. Little roller to the left side, charging hard as young, throws on the run, and Derek Jeter's retired, 1 down. Let's go to the rest of that quote. It seems like every time he does something that's good in the first inning, good things happen to us, and that's true. He's been the catalyst of late, Derek Jeter, but he's retired here in the first inning tonight at the stadium. And that'll bring up Nick Swisher, who moves into the number 2 slot tonight. Johnny Damon is out of the lineup against the left-handed Holland. Swisher, of course, last night came up in a key situation in the 9th inning. The Yankees were looking to rally, eventually maybe tie or win the game. Joe Girardi had the bunt on with runners at first and second and nobody out. The Yankees had already scored 3 times. The pitch is in there for a strike. And Swish, who had gotten 3 bunts down this year, popped it up, and that kind of turned the inning. The 0-1 pitch is on the way, and that is a ball, 1-1. And if Swisher didn't have any sacrifice bunts this year, I'd have thought it was the wrong play to call. But since he did have 3 and had gotten the job done previously, I thought it was okay to put the bunt on there. There's a ball popped up into the air in right field. Coming on his cruise, he didn't make the catch for round number 2. You know, after the fact, I know some people thought, well, why was he bunting? Well, you moved the tying run to third base and the winning run to second with 1 out. What did the Rangers do next? Did they bring the infield in with Melky Cabrera at the plate? If the bunt is successful, if Melky hits a little bleeder through, then the Yankees are going to win the game. Even if he gets 1 run in, the Yankees have tied the game. And you still have Derek Jeter coming up next, so they're going to pitch to Melky. Here's Mark Teixeira with 2 outs and nobody on. And the first pitch is in there for a call strike. Teixeira's had a good month of August. As we get towards the latter stages of the month, he's hitting .310 this month with 5 home runs. And that pitch is outside, and it's a ball and a strike. Now we're talking about Derek Holland on the mound. He started against the Yankees on May 27th in Texas and took the loss. So he's 0-1 in his career against the Yankees. Pitch is hit in the air, and this looks like he's going to reach the seats and be out of play for Chris Davis, who's going to get a look and nothing else. And it's 1-2 now on Mark Teixeira. Stay tuned during the 6th inning, fans, for a message from our friends at the Fox Business Network. Holland deals, and the breaking ball is inside. 2 balls and 2 strikes. One thing Holland reminds me of, remember John Matlack?
Sure.
Hey, his delivery, left-hander, that was really tough on me. Tough to hit. Pitch is hit on the ground. Broken bat roller to third for Michael Young. Across the diamond, the Yankees go 1-2-3 here in the bottom of the first inning against Derek Holland. Holland's been pitching well of late. 4-2 in his last 7 starts since the All-Star break. No score here in the first. Hey fans, go to MetLife.com/Yankees for your chance to present the MetLife Player of the Month award on the field at Yankee Stadium. Simply visit MetLife.com/Yankees for the official rules. No purchase necessary, void where prohibited, and sweepstakes sponsor is Metropolitan Life Insurance Company. Here we are, top of the second. Chris Davis leading it off, and the big first baseman takes a pitch in there for a call strike. And it was Robinson Cano. He didn't shake hands with Snoopy there. Snoopy on hand to present Robinson with the Player of the Month award for the Yankees. That's kind of a shun Snoopy there. That shouldn't happen. 1 ball and 1 strike on Chris Davis, who came back to the big leagues last night from the minors. Fouls a pitch off, and it's 1-2. Davis' first game since July the 5th. That's his overall numbers in the big leagues this year. Davis has plenty of power. In fact, he went down to AAA, hit .327 in 44 games with 6 home runs and 30 runs batted in. 1-2 pitch and a swing and a miss. Strike 3. Andy Pettitte puts him away. Second strikeout for Andy Pettitte in the ball game.
Well, here's Andy Pettitte's curveball. You could see a bigger break, takes a little more off of it, down in the mid-70s in terms of miles per hour. More of the speed that fooled him than the location, although it had good sharp break.
And now they'll leave it up to the catcher, Taylor Teagard, with 1 out. Teagard has hit 3 home runs in his last 6 road games. Takes a pitch upstairs from Andy Pettitte from ball 1. With Jared Saltalamacchia going on the DL with shoulder problems, Teagard took over as the #1 catcher. Rangers needing a catcher, went out and got Pudge Rodriguez to back him up. Pitches on ground to third. A-Rod has this one, and a strong throw to first is in time for the second out. Well, let's check out tomorrow's starting pitchers, brought to you by Verizon Fios. This is Fios. This is big. Dustin Nippert gets the start for the Texas Rangers, 4-2, 3.95. And A.J. Burnett trying to get back on the winning track. He'll be in there for the Yankees. 10-7, the 4.08. It's a day game tomorrow. Coverage begins at 12:30 right here on Yes. Here's David Murphy, the left fielder, and he takes a breaking ball. It's a call, strike 1.
Those Texas pitchers look so young. Their faces, they are young, early 20s.
Well, the pitching has really improved this year. Murphy takes one outside.
Yeah, it really has. And these are the first products of the Nolan Ryan kind of era since he's taken over the Rangers, and in the capacity of the leadership that he has and making the shot, calling the shots for the Rangers.
That side ball too. Nolan, of course, is now the president of the Texas Rangers, and of course he went out and got himself a new pitching coach at Mike Maddox, and he's been a big factor in the resurgence of pitching in Texas. They've never really known for the pitching stats, but this year they're really doing well. Murphy fouls one back and out of play. There's less emphasis on pitch counts, and if I recall correctly, at the beginning of the year, Nolan gave his manager, Ron Washington, instructions. When you think you're about ready to take a pitcher out, try and leave him in there for one more inning if you can.
Well, that was the thing. We talked to Nolan last year. Actually, I interviewed him in Texas last year, and he talked about conditioning their minor league pitchers to be able to go 7 innings.
2-2 pitch just off the corner. It looked like Posada thought that was strike 3. Instead, it's a 3-2 count.
Well, it had sharp break just off the front edge.
Here's the payoff pitch to Murphy, and he lets a pop up to the right side. Robinson Cano just back on the outfield grass. Now back onto the infield and makes a catch. And it's a 12-pitch inning for Andy Pettit as he sets down the Texas Rangers very quickly here in the second. Well, fans, this moment in Yankee history is sponsored by Mercedes, your Mercedes-Benz tri-state dealers, on the web at searchmercedes.com. 1 year after his death, Mickey Mantle's monument is unveiled in Monument Park, August 25th, 1996. Mickey Mantle, the greatest player, one of the greatest players of all time. Here's Alex Rodriguez, and he is due to become one of the all-time greats as well, as he leads off the bottom of the second with a single to center field. Yankees' first hit of the game.
You see a young pitcher. He's around the plate a lot. First pitch fastball might be the best one you see, and it is, as you can tell. Outer third, up a little bit. A-Rod ready for it.
I was watching Alex take batting practice tonight, David, and I think he's about due for a hot streak. And not that he had some good swings in last night's ball game, but sometimes it's how you make the outs that kind of give you an indication that the hitter's about ready to take off. And I think Alex is on the runway and ready to fly. Speaking of flying, here's Hideki Matsui. Hideki, first Yankee with at least 12 hits, 6 home runs, 18 runs batted in over an 8-game span since Don Mattingly batted .459 with 10 homers and 21 runs batted in during his record-tying streak of 8 homers in 8 straight games back in 1987. That's how hot Matsui's been. That pitch is ball 2. I know those Yankee fans who remember that streak by Mattingly. They called ball 3.
Called a balk.
They call a ball for going to his mouth. Is that what they did?
It looks like, yeah. I mean, not a balk. Yeah, I mean, there's different kinds of balks. Obviously, the runner will stay at first at A-Rod, but you can attribute an extra ball. As you see, the count goes to 3-0 there. When you're on the mound, you cannot go to your mouth with your pitching hand. See, right there, you see him lick his fingers when he's on the mound. That's when you're assessed a ball. A-Rod stays at first. Different sort of a balk interpretation.
Pitch to Matsui, taking all the way, and it's in there for a strike, 3-1. So if you are on the surface of the mound without stepping off onto the infield grass, a ball can be assessed, and that's exactly what happened to Derek Holland. And now he's facing a 3-1 pitch to Hideki Matsui. And Matsui grounds one through the hole and into right field for a base hit. And A-Rod's going to stop at second. So Matsui continues his hot bat. And the Yankees have 2 on, nobody out here in the second.
Well, Matsui in a hitter's count, and he's just not missing fastballs. That ball's at best on the outer half and down a little bit. Matsui has just been drilling fastball after fastball, and that's when he gets going well. 3-0 fastball right there down, hits it hard on the ground, finds the hole.
That's what that hole is there for, when a runner's being held on. A left-handed hitter looking for something he can just drag on through there. Matsui gets the job done. Mike Maddox out to talk to the 22-year-old left-hander, settle him down somewhat. Fans, our aerial coverage brought to you by DirecTV. Get every major league game in HD this season with DirecTV. Beautiful pictures they are of the new Yankee Stadium. And as you can see, the Yankees have a rally budding with a couple of men on. Posada batting right-handed. Switch hitter in there against the lefty Holland. Takes the first pitch in there for a called strike. Posada this year batting .303 as a right-handed hitter, but against Texas overall, 7 for 13 with 3 home runs and 8 runs batted in. Pitch is in the dirt. It's 2 ball. Make that a ball and a strike. Posada had a 2-run home run here last night against Texas, as the Yankees got off to a 4-0 lead. We'll take a look at it.
Jorge Posada, and every time you see him swing the bat in the middle of this lineup,
hits this over the deep left center field. Going back is Hamilton at the wall. This one is gone. A 3-run home run for Jorge Posada, and the Yankees jump out to a 3-0 lead. His second home run in 2 nights. Number 17 on the season.
As I was saying, every time you see him swing the bat like this in the middle of that lineup, you realize how much the Yankees missed him last year. A switch hitter with power, hits in the clutch. Gets, it looks like an off-speed pitch there, a little changeup, speeds up his bat and goes deep to the deep part of the park. Over the Stanley sign, out by the garage where they keep the ground screw.
Number 17 on a 1-1 pitch, and that'll bring up Robinson Cano. Still nobody out here in the second inning, and Cano takes one outside for a ball. Jorge Posada thrills the crowd here in the second inning. Hey, look who's on hand. I bet you can handle the truth right there. The truth is the Yankees are leading 3-0.
Well, there's a life well lived right there, Ken.
You're one to talk. Where's his sunglasses at night? 1 ball and 1 strike on Robinson Cano. Little number back towards the mound and by the pitcher. Charging is Michael Young, and he throws out Cano. First out here in the second inning. Tough play for the third baseman. We made it look easy. Michael Young have a good year, not only offensively but defensively as well.
You can see Robinson Cano getting tied up. Derek Holland's got good stuff. He's been up to 95, 96 on the top end tonight so far. with his fastball, and you can see he just eats up Cano with that pitch.
Here is Jerry Hairston Jr. getting his start in left field tonight. Johnny Damon has the evening off against the left-hander. Yankees have a day game here tomorrow. Hairston takes way upstairs for ball one.
It's a good test for a young left-handed starter here at Yankee Stadium. You give up a 3-run bomb. Now let's see how you react. See if you can get it back again.
That's upstairs ball two. Hairston's overall numbers with Cincinnati and the Yankees, but with the Yankees, Jerry's gotten off to a pretty good start. He's hitting over 300. 303 with a home run and 6 runs batted in. Yankees love his versatility. Tonight in left field, we've seen him at third base. He's come in for Derek Jeter late in ball games at short. Started out his career as a second baseman with Baltimore. We've seen him in center field, and we've seen him in right field. So a good piece of the puzzle for Joe Girardi off his bench to give anybody, just about anybody, a night or a day off. 2-1 pitch on the way to Hairston. Changeup is swung on and missed, and it's 2-2. Derek Holland, and David will tell you this, he's gotten better as the season's gone on. That's what the Rangers are looking for from their young pitchers. Improvement as the year has gone along. They've kind of held them in this race, wild card race. 2-2 pitch. Ball three. 3 balls and 2 strikes.
Almost got a motion similar to Scott Kazmir of the Rays too. I know you mentioned Matlack squared up. We saw, as you mentioned last night, Kenny, where Millwood was kind of side saddled, very square right there, and then a big move and a pause, and now straight through.
Inside ball 4, and Hairston is drawn a 1-out walk. First walk of the night, charged to Holland.
See his last 3 starts there. Derek Holland is the guy that J.P. Ricciardi asked for in the holiday sweepstakes that never happened. And Texas said, we're not going to give up this young lefty. He's 22 years old. Even though he struggled a little bit here and gave up a 3-run home run to Posada, and now a walk with 1 out, trying to get out of this inning. But this is the future of the Rangers right here. Young lefty, and he's got a power arm as well.
Didn't they want Feliz in that deal as well?
I think originally they probably asked for both.
Wow, it must be getting close to postseason. Paul McCartney enjoying the game here at the stadium. Melky Cabrera takes a pitch down low, and it's a ball and a strike. Oh, there's Lorne Michaels, Saturday Night Live, in between the two, Jack Nicholson and Paul McCartney. Throw over the first to check on Hairston. You know, last night Elvis Andrus put on a show, and one thing that young man at shortstop has done, he did something that the last player to do it was Jerry Hairston Jr. And the pitch is on the way, little number back towards the mound. Holland straightens up, throws a second for 1. That's all they're going to get. And what Andrus has done, he has stolen 20 bases from the 9th spot in the order. And the last player to do that was Jerry Hairston Jr. with the Orioles back in 2001. So production at the bottom end of your lineup. And managers like to have a player who's 9 and then number 1, who usually is a speedy run, to have them back to back of the order. So Hairston stole 22 bases that year while batting 9th. And this year Ron Washington has Andrus batting 9th. And the youngster has 20 steals from the 9th spot. Here's Derek Jeter, and he swings at the first pitch and pulls it on the ground foul. Jeter led off the ball game for the Yankees in the bottom of the first, grounded out the third. I told you how hot he's been. He's been the best hitter in baseball against left-handed pitching. Over 450. In there for a strike. I should say over 430, which is still pretty hot. And right now, Derek's in the hole. No balls and 2 strikes. Yankees up 3-0. 3-run home run by Jorge Posada in this second inning. And that is called strike three. Holland hits the inside corner. And that's going to do it for the Yankees here in the second. But Jorge Posada, following a single by Rodriguez and one by Matsui, goes deep to left center field, and the Yankees lead 3-0 at the end of two. With the Yankees rolling towards the playoffs, you won't miss an inning with live Yes Network games on your PCs and laptops. If you're a Verizon Fios TV customer with Verizon Fios Internet who watches Yes, log on to YesNetwork.com, Yankees.com, VerizonNet/Yes. Get more information and sign up for your subscription now. Here is Elvis. We got Paul in the building. Elvis is here too. Elvis Andrus. And Andrus last night, well, just after midnight, birthday. 21 years old. Do you remember when you were 21, Colin?
I do. I lost my fake ID. I got a real one. That was big for a young man.
And third inning means it's Modell's scoreboard. Modell's, of course, the official sporting goods retailer of the Yankees. Lost your fake ID. 2-1 pitch is ball 3, 3-1.
Ryan Rucco knows about that. I think they got higher quality nowadays, though. A little better technology. I was back in the back taping it together.
Andrus hitting at 270. And he gets his first legal walk of his career. Second walk charged to Andy Pettit. A leadoff walk here in the third. And that'll bring up the top of the order, Ian Kinsler. Kinsler was a strikeout victim in the first inning. Kinsler recently off the DL, had some hamstring problems. Not your prototypical leadoff hitter. I mean, he is a lean back, I'm swinging the bat type of hitter. He's not up there taking. Pitch is on the way, hits one hard. One hopper to Jeter. This could be two. To Cano for one. On to Teixeira, and there's a double play. Second double play turned behind Andy Pettit tonight. First one started by A-Rod. This one started by the captain.
Well, you talk about tailor-made. Inside ties him up just enough. Kinsler's on it a bit. But a one hopper right to Jeter.
Oh, this is from the DirecTV blimp. It looks like two to me. Yeah.
Nice shot.
Derek's looking around like, where'd that picture come from? Here we are up here. 2 outs, and Michael Young will come to the plate. And Andy starts him with a breaking ball that drops it in there for a strike. Speaking of 2 outs, over the last 8 games, the Yankees have given up 56 runs, 47 of them with 2 outs, 84%. And that was a big problem in last night's game for the Yankees. Pitches fouled off. What is it, just a lack of concentration on pitchers, or they think they're almost out of the woods? Or
it's hard to do. It really is. I mean, that's the most difficult time for an offense to score runs with 2 outs, and that's why it's such a big stat for most teams. The clutch stats of being able to get 2-out RBI hits, and well, it's hard to give up that many runs with 2 outs.
Foul tip into the glove of Posada. There won't be any 2-out run scoring here for the Texas Rangers. A 9-pitch inning for Andy Pettitte. Rangers go quickly here in the 3rd. At the end of 2.5, it's 3-0 Yankees. Time for the Toyota text poll. Tonight's question is, based on his performance this year, would you like to see Andy Pettitte back in the rotation next season? That's an easy question. Yes or no? 1 yes, 2 no. Text your vote to 58772. Here's Nick Swisher leading it off for the Yankees in the bottom of the 3rd. They have a 3-0 lead. Swisher flew out to the right fielder, Nelson Cruz, in the 1st inning. And he takes pitch for a call strike. If you're just joining us, the Yankees leading 3-0 on our Modell scoreboard. Modell's the official sporting goods retailer of the Yankees. They're leading 3-0, courtesy of a 3-run home run by Jorge Posada in the 2nd inning. And there's a pitch for a call strike, 1-2. If Holland has had a problem this year, that's the 18th home run he's given up in 105 innings. So every once in a while, that long ball will come back to bite him.
Obviously more of a fly ball strikeout type pitcher with that power stuff. More 4-seamers than sinkers. His fastball is hard and true.
1-2 pitch, and that'll move Nick Swisher off the plate. It'll be Swisher, Teixeira, and Rodriguez for the Yankees here in the 3rd inning. Swisher up there with a count of 2 balls and 2 strikes. And did he go around? The peel at first, and no, says Jim Reynolds. And the count will run full. There it is, a 3-2 count on Nick Swisher. What's new?
Well, if you're going to come inside for a young pitcher, that's how you do it. Coming in hard. See Swisher almost leaning out over the plate. Just ties him up. Sends a message right there. The young kid comes in. He comes in hard.
Swisher. Awaiting the 3-2 pitch. It's on the way, and he swings and misses strike 3. There's your power fastball, Coney. Second strikeout for Derek Holland.
3-2, down and away. You know, I think he just got a little natural run or cut on that ball. It was a four-seamer, trying to go down and away, trying to throw a strike. You see that ball had some natural cut life to it. He's got it. He's got natural life in that fastball.
Here's Teixeira, and he takes a breaking ball a little bit low for ball 1.
Kind of interesting with Holland. You see him squared up. It's almost like his left foot is off the mound right there, off the rubber, and then he brings it back in and sets it.
Ball is drilled towards center field, and Hamilton is there to make the catch of the line drive for out number 2. Yep. There are 2 outs. And that'll bring up Alex Rodriguez against Derek Holland. Alex was the one who got the rally started in the second inning. He picked on the first pitch of the second inning and lined it into center field for a base hit. That was followed by a base hit by Matsui, and then the home run by Posada that has the Yankees in front 3-0. And this one's downstairs for a ball. The base hit by A-Rod in the second inning moved his current hitting streak to 5 straight games. And that is high and away for ball 2. Now, yesterday the Yankees lost the ball game, and they were beginning a homestand. And how rare is that for the Yankees to lose the first game of a homestand? They've been playing so well at home. That's only the second time it has happened all season long. Losing the first game of homestand, and the first time it happened was opening day here at the stadium. So it's been a long time since the Yankees started a homestand with a loss. That was way back on April the 16th against Cleveland.
The Yankees have really developed a home field advantage this year. All the drama and the late inning comebacks they've had. Almost saw another one last night.
Pitch to A-Rod, and there is ball 4. So he was on with 2 outs. Second walk charged to Holland. Yankees with a home record of 41-19.
Just another dreaded 2-out walk. We saw how much trouble that led to last night for the Yankees. Yankee pitching staffs had 6 2-out walks last night.
Here's Matsui. Matsui leads the Yankees in home runs here in August. 8 home runs in August, and hitting over 300 this month. A-Rod's on the move, going on first pitch. Teagard's throw not nearly in time. A-Rod has now stolen 9 out of 10, and he's at second in scoring position with 2 outs.
Just guessing right. He goes on first move. Great jump. Took a chance there, gambled. Holland going home with a high leg kick. Teagard not much of a chance.
By the way, the pitch of Matsui was outside for a ball. So A-Rod at second with 2 down. Matsui ahead on the count, a ball and no strikes. Ground ball towards the middle, and this is going to be flagged down by Andrus. Here comes A-Rod to the plate. The throw, and he is out. Elvis Andrus with a throw from short center field, making a heck of a play on the base hit by Matsui. The throw out A-Rod, and the Yankees do not score. Great range shown by the young 21-year-old shortstop, and then a great throw to the plate to get A-Rod. Presence of mind to make the throw. It's still 3-0 Yankees. Then last play by Elvis Andrus. Andy Pettit. And a swing and a miss by Josh Hamilton leading off the fourth inning. Just 21 years old today. A highlight type play from the youngster. Ball is fouled off and it's 0-2.
Well, they talked about the range that this kid has. It's off the charts. And you want proof? The other side of the bag. And the throw. That is incredible range. Presence of mind to wheel and deal. Get the ball home on one hop. That is quick.
Did you see Ian Kinsler look at him like, I just can't believe what I just saw?
Just about everybody.
Yeah, huh? Will be around a long time, folks. Here's the 0-2 pitch. And it's going away to Hamilton. 3, 4, and 5 for the Rangers here in the fourth inning. Hamilton, Cruz, and Rodriguez against Andy Pettit, who's working with a 3-run lead. One-two pitch, and Hamilton hits it in the air to center field from Melky Cabrera. Coming on towards the gap in left center, is there now and makes the catch. One out. Well, it's time for the New York State Smokers Quit Line Quiz. And the question is, this evening, during the month of August, Andy Pettit has 40 career wins as a Yankee. Who is the only Yankee pitcher with more career wins in the month of August? We'll have the answer for you in the bottom half of this inning. Andy Pettit. Well, he's moving up on the all-time Yankee list. He needs a win tonight to tie Lefty Gomez for third on the all-time list. Line drive snared by Pettit. And that is out number 2. Self-preservation. It's a beautiful thing.
Well, it is, you know, and Andy to the glove side. Just a reaction. Right there, a little snow cone, got it. Robbed him of a hit. You can tell right there. You know, that's why I always said, Kenny, I used to like to fall off the mound and make myself skinny to get out of the way. just don't, you know.
You never tried to flag one of those down?
It was the anti-Jimmy Cott theory on defensive fielding for pitchers.
I always saw CC Sabathia snag one out on the West Coast.
It'd be hard for him to get out of the way.
Yeah, CC took one up around the coconut, though. Here's Pudge Rodriguez taking a pitch for a call strike. So 2 up and 2 down gets Andy Pettit here in the fourth inning. Here we are, the all-time win list. 1 to tie Lefty Gomez, Red Ruffing second, and the chairman of the board, Whitey Ford, is number 1. 1 ball, 1 strike on Pudge Rodriguez. Pudge hit into an inning-ending double play in the first inning. Rangers had the bases loaded and 1 out.
Prime example right here. See Pettit calling his own game. We've never seen that from Andy Pettit in the past. Over the last several starts, Andy has taken charge of what pitches he's going to throw. I've seen him shake his head and get the signs more often over the last 6 starts than he has his whole career.
Swing and a miss, and it's 1-2 on Rodriguez. Now, why would he all of a sudden just, I don't want to say change horses in midstream, because he's not midstream anymore as far as career is concerned. Well,
you know, he's progressively gotten better at being comfortable in terms of calling his own game. But early in his career, he did not like to shake his head. Whatever the catcher put down, he just wanted to worry about the quality of the pitch. But Andy knows at this point in his career, he's kind of reinvented himself. And breaking balls to both sides of the plate, mixing in more changeups. Those pitches that you see Andy bounce a lot of times are changeups, but he stayed with it. See him right there shaking his head, getting to the third sign.
2-2 pitch, and it's hit on the ground to third for Alex Rodriguez, who gobbles it up and throws out Pudge Rodriguez, and Andy Pettit with another quick inning. Just 10 pitches here in the fourth and retire the Texas Rangers. At the end of 3.5, Jorge Posada will lead it off. He's the reason why the Yankees lead. Nothing on to the bottom of the fourth. Jorge Posada, his 3-run home run in the second inning gave the Yankees that 3-0 lead, and he will lead it off, followed by Cano and Hairston. Beautiful night here in the Bronx, and Derek Holland deals, and he deals a call strike. Posada's 17th home run of the year and the 238th of his career. Off-speed pitch, slow roller, and it's just foul. Jorge did not run out of the box, and Laz Diaz, the third base umpire, actually signaled it was pretty close.
Very close. Almost trying to work its way back, too.
Posada down on the count, no balls and 2 strikes. It swings and misses strike 3. So that at bat went very quickly. Check out our New York State Smokers Quick Line Quiz answer. During the month of August, Andy Pettitte has 40 career wins as a Yankee. Who is the only Yankee pitcher with more career wins in August? And the answer is Red Ruffing. 52-21 record in the month of August. Red Ruffing second on the all-time wins list, trailing only Whitey Ford.
Probably the best all-time Yankee right-handed pitcher. Well, those debates are always open for discussion, but Red Ruffing's got the numbers to back it up.
And I think, if I'm not mistaken, like Babe Ruth, the Yankees got Red Ruffing from the Boston Red Sox. Pitch is grounded to the right side slowly. Davis has it. Going to be a tough play as he flips to Holland, and there'll be no play. Cano's going to beat it out. And I think that's going to go as an infield single.
Holland's made some good pitches on Cano so far tonight. Here's another one. You can see Robbie just completely tied up. Rolls over it, and just not enough time to get it out of his glove.
Well, give Cano a gold star for hustle, as the play can't be completed, and it will go as a base hit.
Completely tied up. Holland's in good shape. He was there, just couldn't get the toss.
And Cano's hitting streak is now 5 straight games. Here's Hairston, and the throw goes over to first base instead. On a broadcast last week in Boston, I don't know if many of the fans who are watching tonight might not have been watching that game, but I was talking about Hairston's grandfather, Sam, who actually caught Satchel Paige in the Negro League, 6-pitch inside for a ball. And young Jerry would listen to his grandfather as you're supposed to. And that's something to have a grandfather who played in Negro Leagues and in the Major Leagues. First African American to play for the Chicago White Sox.
Well, that was the guy I always wanted to see pitch, Satchel Paige. What a showman.
Here's the throw over the first base.
Excuse me, Kenny, growing up in Kansas City where the Negro League Hall of Fame is, and of course the Jazz Hall of Fame as well. Buck O'Neil, the great legendary Buck O'Neil, told me stories about Satchel Paige and some of his antics on the mound. Certainly one of my dream matchups to be able to either pitch against him or see him pitch.
Kansas City Monarchs pitch to Hairston, and he takes a ball, and it's 2 balls and no strikes. In 1930, Red Ruffing was traded by the Red Sox to the Yankees for Cedric Durst. I've never heard of Cedric Durst. And $50,000, which was big time money in those days. Still big money. 2-0 pitch. Hairston's taking all the way, and it's in there for a call strike.
Well, Red Ruffing ended up with 273 wins and 225 losses in his career. The majority of which was with the Yankees, but he did spend the first 6 years of his career with Boston, as you said, Kenny.
Throw to first, and Cano is picked off. And that is a caught stealing.
The first good move we've seen for Holland. Full leg kick, turns his head towards home. Nope. Right on the line. 45-degree angle. Completely fools Robinson Cano.
I'm thinking the way the count was that was a hit and run. And on a hit and run, you should not get picked off because you're relying on the hitter to put the ball in play. And Joe Girardi is probably thinking about that bunt last night and this particular play right now. Pitch to Hairston is lined down the left field line, but foul. And the count is 2-2. Hit and run, ingredients for a hit and run. You like to have the hitter ahead on the count. So the pitcher is forced to throw a ball near the strike zone. And that way the hitter is usually going to make some sort of contact, and that protects the runner who is running from first to second. It's not about getting a great jump and trying to steal the base. That pitch is inside. The count is run full on Hairston, 3-2, who drew a walk his first time out. There's Johnny Damon giving some advice to Cano about the way he was picked off. Hang in there.
Almost an Andy Pettit-like move that Holland broke out there. Really good move.
3-2 pitch. And it's hit deep to left field. Going back is Murphy. Near the wall, near the track. This one is gone. A home run for Jerry Hairston Jr. And the Yankees lead 4-0. Well, that's the ultimate hit and run right there. Got a hold of a 3-2 pitch.
He did. A fastball right there. Belled high down the middle. And Hairston's always had a little pop in his bat. He's always been a good fastball hitter, and you can see he's on it. Enough lift. Bottom half of the ball. Jerry Hairston, well liked on this team. A good acquisition by GM Brian Cashman. Can play every position, as you said, Kenny. And a veteran player who knows his role.
Melky Cabrera takes a pitch for a call strike. And he hits a line shot. Flagged down by Andrus. And the throw to first is in time. What a play. That ball was starched. But Hairston got into one that nobody was going to get. His second home run as a Yankee, and the first time he's ever hit 10 home runs in a season. Thanks, Nancy. Right here at Yankee Stadium, the Yankees leading 4-0. Andy Pettit dealing to Chris Davis. And the first baseman takes a pitch down low, ball one. Davis was a strikeout victim on Alexa's scoreboard. There it is, 4 runs, 6 hits, an error for the Yankees. No runs, just 1 hit, and no errors for the Texas Rangers. The 1-0 pitch, and Davis hits one towards Jeter, and it's going to be backhanded. No throw. Davis has himself an infield single. And he's on with nobody out here in the 5th inning. Davis had a couple of hits here last night, just back from the minor leagues.
Off the end of the bat, little humpback line drive over towards the hole. Once again, we've seen Jeter kind of cheating up the middle defensively. Can't quite get the handle on it to get that patented jump throw that Jeter's done so well over his career.
So a man on, and Taylor Teagarden, the catcher, will come to the plate. Teagarden grounded to third his first time up. Good defensive catcher. He's thrown out 40% of the runners who've attempted to steal against him this year. The pitch is swung on and missed. Strike one. Andy got out of a big jam in the first inning. And he's been pitching well with runners in scoring position for the last little while here. There's a pitch outside for a ball. Opponents are now just 3 for 20 with runners in scoring position over Andy's last 6 starts, including this one. That's bearing down in the clutch. Swing and a miss. Strike two.
A couple of back-to-back changeups there from Andy Pettitte. Starting to mix that pitch in. 78% fastball so far tonight for Andy Pettitte. 40 fastballs out of his first 52 pitches were fastballs. Mixed in a few breaking balls and cutters and a couple changeups back to back right there.
Swing and a miss. Strike three. And Teagarden's out of there. Andy Pettitte with his 4th strikeout. Men's vaccinations protect children now and for years to come against serious and sometimes life-threatening diseases such as tetanus, diphtheria, whooping cough, and hepatitis. Join the New York Yankees and Lincoln Hospital to strike out childhood diseases. Get your child vaccinated on Thursday, September 3rd from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. at Yankee Stadium's Banquet and Conference Center. Please enter at Gate 6. Call 718-579-5777 for more information. There's a throw to first to check on Davis. 4 strikeouts for Pettitte tonight, all 4 swinging. Here's Murphy, who popped out to Cano in the 2nd inning. 1 on, 1 out. And the pitch is a little bit low.
Posada setting up inside, and that's that hard cutter that's gotten so much better. It was a patented Andy Pettitte pitch for so many years. When he struggled a little bit earlier in the year, he kind of lost the feel for it. It's definitely back now.
Outside, and it's 2 balls and 2 strikes on Murphy. You were talking about mixing in a few changeups. Now we've seen CC Sabathia use the changeup very effectively this year. Do other pitchers kind of watch how other pitchers work and say, well, maybe that might work for me?
Absolutely. That's how you get that friendly competition among the pitching staff going.
Strike.
You know, and it's also, you know, you face the same hitter. So you see CC Sabathia face this, you know, a particular left-handed hitter that you might have had trouble with, and then Sabathia has success, and the light bulb goes on. Oh, that's how we're going to go about it. That's how you get these guys out. And certainly you feed off of each other on a pitching staff.
2-1 pitch is swung on and missed. 2-2.
You can see Andy's still quick enough at this point in his career. He can still get it up to 90, 91 miles an hour. As you see on a 2-1 pitch up in the zone, little extra on that one, up to 91 miles an hour on that pitch. That's just quick enough, Kenny. You know, it's not like Andy's a total finesse guy. He's not Jamie Moyer out there. You know, nothing against Jamie Moyer, but Jamie Moyer probably tops out in the mid to low 80s with his fastball. Andy Pettitte's still sneaky quick when he needs it, and he knows how to add when he sees the situation where he can get a little extra zip on that fastball.
I don't like this discussion on the mound here, John. Sometimes is it about location? Can it be about what we're going to throw?
Yeah, I think that's more pitch selection. You know, there's a man on first, so you don't have multiple signs. You know, yeah, you don't have to worry about a base runner stealing your signs. So this is just straight. How are we going to finish this guy right here?
Let's check it out. The 2-2 pitch, and it's low and away, ball 3.
You know, and sometimes you'll go 2 pitches ahead there. You know, on a 2-2 count, Posada and Pettitte might have said, okay, let's try the cutter, and then if that doesn't work, then we're going to go to this pitch.
You saw, I believe, a glimpse of Elvis Andrus. He's on deck. 3-2 pitch, and it's hit in the air to right center field. Hit pretty well. On the run is Nick Swisher, and he's not going to get it. This one's up against the wall. Getting to third base and being waved home is Chris Davis, and Cano drops the relay throw, and Davis will score, and it's now a 4-1 ball game. I don't know if they would have had him at the plate, but they might have had a chance. So Murphy picks up a run-scoring double here in the 5th inning.
Well, it looks like we were going to get a chance, but first of all, on a 3-2 pitch, it's another cutter, and you can see it just sits right there in the middle, about thigh high. Good extension. You hear the sound of the bat. He hit it well. The only question is it going to get out of the ballpark or not? It doesn't. A short hop, and Melky does a good job. And right here, Kenny, that's what you're talking about. Looks like we're going to have a play. No, we're not. And I think they would have had a play. Robinson Cano's got a good, accurate arm.
Here's Davis thinking about home, being waved home by Dave Anderson, but the ball is dropped in center field, and he will score easily.
You can almost hear the reaction of the crowd and the disappointment. Right when he was rounding third is when Cano dropped the ball.
Pitch to Andrus is in there for a called strike. Andrus drew a walk his first time up. By the way, Murphy's double. There's Dave Anderson, the third base coach, broken 0 for 14. He's only 4 for his last 29. Inside, and it's a ball and a strike. Andrus has been a pretty good hitter of late. He's going to get some Rookie of the Year votes in his favor, especially anybody who's watching him defensively. He made 2 great plays tonight. A 1-1 pitch is high and away, ball 2, 2 balls and a strike. 21 years old. I was still in the minor leagues. Had about a year and a half to go before getting to the big leagues. Here is Murphy leading at second. The view from the blimp. And that pitch, a breaking ball low, and it's 3 balls and a strike.
Seems to be pretty disciplined at the plate. You know, over the last couple of nights, we've seen him with good takes. Yankees have tried to see if they could stretch the strike zone on him, see if he will chase bad pitches, both breaking balls and fastballs, and so far he has not.
Ball 4. Andy Pettit misses outside, and the Rangers will bring the tying run to the plate in the person of Ian Kinsler. Second time that Andrus has drawn a walk. Kinsler has struck out and wrapped into a double play. He had a hot shot in the direction of Derek Jeter, who flagged it down and started a 6-4-3 double play in the 3rd inning. And that pitch is in there for a called strike, a breaking ball from Andy Pettit. Andy's tough inning tonight was the first inning. It appeared that the Rangers were going to score, but he got a double play out of it and got out of it without being scored upon. But now here in the 5th, the Rangers have touched him up for a run, and they have 2 men on with 1 out. Kinsler hits one high in the air towards the stands. Mark Teixeira over, and he will make the catch up against the wall down the first baseline. And that is out number 2.
Teixeira with a good read and a good jump, a peek, another peek, knows he's got room. Well, if you're a pitcher, this is a huge lift. You're on the mound, and conversely for Kinsler, what a disappointment. A couple of feet more and you're still alive. Andy Pettit with a big out.
I think there's a difference between the new ballpark and the old ballpark. I think there's more room here, just a hit more room in foul territory. You can see where those stands there's a little break to the stands there. They kind of curved, and Teixeira kind of fit right in there and made that play. So it's 2 outs and 2 on, and Michael Young will come to the plate.
Yeah, you're right, Kenny. Down the lines, there's little nooks and crannies on the left field side where the tarp is, and the right field side down past the dugout.
Well, there's less room back here behind home plate that way. But what Kenny's talking about, there's more room down the lines a little bit, and that was right where Teixeira had that little extra space to catch.
Michael Young's up there. He's reached on an error and struck out. There's 20 feet less behind home plate, but a few more feet down the line. The 0-1 pitch, and it's high and away, a ball. Michael Young up there with Murphy at second, Andres at first, and Michael Young's been the Rangers' answer to Derek Jeter. He is 17 for his last 37.
Mer 69 pitches, excuse me, Kitty. Yeah, good count. 69 pitches for Andy so far.
1-1 pitch, and it's slashed foul, and the count is 1-2. Last 6 starts, 3 for 21 with runners in scoring position. Making pitches when it counts. Andy Pettitte. Fans trying to rally behind Andy Pettitte, and the pitch is on the way, and it's outside. 2-2.
Posada setting up away. Andy Pettitte trying to hit the mitt. And just a little bit of movement. Randy Marsh, the veteran umpire, just off the plate. Very close. Posada holds it right there, trying to frame it.
2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 men on base. And the number 2 hitter for the Rangers at the plate, Michael Young. Swing, and he missed it. Posada tags him, and that's going to do it for Texas. 2 strikeouts for Andy Pettitte here in the 5th inning. The Rangers leave 2 men on base. They pick up a run, but at the end of 4 1/2, the Yankees have the lead at 4-1. Brought to you in part by J&R Music and Computer World, and by Ford, the official truck of the New York Yankees. Bottom of the 5th inning, and Derek Jeter's going to lead it off. 0 for 2 tonight. He's grounded to third, called out on strikes. Derek Holland deals. Jeter swings at the first pitch, hits the ball to Andrus. That's not a good idea. He throws out Jeter, and there's 1 down. On our Lexus scoreboard, the Yankees, 3-run home run by Posada in the 2nd. Solo shot by Jerry Hairston Jr. in the 4th. That's their 4 runs. The Rangers scoring a run, and Yankees leading it 4-1 here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Our aerial shots tonight from the DirecTV win. Oh, isn't that beautiful? Here is Nick Swisher. Swisher is flying to right, struck out swinging 0 for 2 against Derek Holland. Holland deals and deals a strike. Swish batted just about everywhere in the lineup for Joe Girardi this year. Breaking ball in there again. 0-2 from Holland.
Holland has really stayed true to form coming into this game. His average fastball in the year was right around 93 miles an hour. His top end velocity is up about 95, 96. That's exactly what he's done tonight so far. About 73% fastballs he features on average on the year, and that's about where he is tonight as well.
0-2 pitch, trying to get Swisher to chase a cutter, slider. Wouldn't do it. 1-2.
Holland's pitch count in good shape. 66 pitches, 38 strikes. Of those 66 pitches, 48 have been fastballs.
Oh, he's shaking off. Pitch is on the way, and Swisher strikes out for the 2nd time tonight. That is the 4th strikeout for Holland.
He's established his fastball, and when you get a chance to finish a hitter, he got that hard slider down and in. Boy, maybe not quite Louisiana Lightning quality, but very similar. Saw Ron Guidry with that nasty back leg slider that he threw so well for so many years here with the Yankees. Derek Holland with his own version of it as well.
Here's Teixeira. Yeah, I flailed at that back leg slider quite a bit. Back in the day.
Yeah, he had one of the best of all times, along with Steve Carlton as well.
Yeah. The both of them are like nightmares. This ball is drilled down the left field line, but it's twisting foul off the bat of Teixeira. Teixeira tonight is grounded to 3rd and lying down to center field. He's 0 for 2. Nothing like a full ballpark. A lot of energy in the Bronx tonight. Ball is popped up behind home plate and out of play. And it's a ball and 2 strikes on Teixeira. Stars turning out of the ballpark tonight. Got David Cone here. Look at that.
That's about as good a row as you're going to get right there. That lady's been on the phone all night.
Paul Leandros, and he throws out Teixeira, and it's a 9-pitch inning for Derek Holland. I wouldn't want her cell phone bill at the end of 5. It's 4-1 Yankees. Brewed cup of coffee, and yes, we get our Green Mountain K-Cup coffee system from the same people who bring us our office supplies. W.B. Mason. Ooh, but. Sixth inning, Josh Hamilton swings at the first pitch and fouls it below us. And that is strike one. Hamilton's had a single, and he's also flying out to center field. Yankees up 4-1 here in the sixth. Trying to even up this series at a game apiece going into tomorrow's afternoon finale. 0-1 to Hamilton, and he takes inside for a ball. 1-1. I mentioned Hamilton has 11 multi-hit games this month. He had 10 in the previous 4 months. So that's how much he has picked up the pace here in the late season. As he singles into center field, and he has another multi-hit game. That's his second single. Fans who have been showing you those shots from the blimp and the aerial coverage brought to you by DirecTV. Get every Major League game in HD this season with DirecTV. Oh, look at those shots of downtown. Beautiful night here in New York. It was a clear night. A little warm in the city today, though, as it should be this time of year. Here's Nelson Cruz. Swings and misses strike one.
We talked about Cruz. He'll give you a little scout report. He's found a home. You know, 3 teams gave up on this guy or traded him: the Mets, the A's, and the Brewers. The Rangers have really, he's really found a home with the Rangers. Career high in games, home runs, and RBIs this year. 27 homers, 60 RBIs, 98 games. I'll tell you what, both ways too. You know, he's hitting with power. Other organizations gave up on him, but he can defend as well. It's kind of remarkable. This guy's off the charts in some of the defensive metrics that are used nowadays. Great range and can cover a lot of ground in the outfield.
0-1 pitch from Pettit is way upstairs for a ball. And he's also found time, Tony, to steal 17 bases. And he don't look like a base stealer. He's a big guy. Well over 200 pounds. The 1-1 pitch, and it's a little low. 2 balls and a strike. Posada again out to talk to Pettit. These conferences seem to be getting more and more frequent, with Posada and Randy Marsh trying to break it up. And there's a timing there. You can feel the umpire coming, and it was a fake because Posada went back out to talk to him.
Yeah, you know, we talked about, and we noted that Andy Pettit has been shaking off a lot more pitches, and there's a veteran umpire there. It's frustrated Randy Marsh, an old National League umpire.
The 2-1 pitch, and Cruz fouls it off. When you say old National League umpire, now a lot of fans might not be aware of the fact that at one time there were National League umpires and American League umpires. And now, well, I guess you could call it a cost-saving move. Say this crew is working here at Yankee Stadium in his final game of a Yankee homestand. You might find them over at Citi Field working the Mets, because then all they have to do is get on the subway or the bus and go over to the Queens, and it's a cost-saving move for the league and travel.
All of the umpires are under one umbrella now, trying to get a uniform strike zone. All these umpires are now graded by a new high-tech radar system, and every home plate umpire gets a CD after the game grading him on how many pitches he got right in any particular game.
Pettit deals the 3-2 pitch, and it's fouled back to the screen. And the old days, they used to say that the National League was a low ball league. They called low strikes. In the American League, they called higher strikes. And it's because the American League umpires used to use that balloon protector, that one that was outside the shirt or the sport coat. But you can see everybody now wears that inside protector. Somebody's watching you, Tony. 3-2 pitch, hit on the ground to third, broken back. This could be 2. Rodriguez to Cano to Teixeira, and around the horn double play. Third double play rung up by the Yankee infield this ball game.
Well, highly unusual for Texas too. They came into this game, as you see Cruz up the end of the bat and just shattering the bat. And A-Rod with a nice turn. You got plenty of time here. Cano is smooth as silk around the bag.
Obviously, the old saying, the pitcher's best friend, Andy Pettitte loves it. But the Rangers, ironically, came into the series with only 65 grounded into double plays, which is far and away the lowest in either league. Very uncharacteristic for the Rangers to hit into this many double plays.
Now to bring up Pudge Rodriguez. He's hit into a double play tonight and also grounded to third. Swings here, fouls the ball back to the screen. Now the Rangers are a very aggressive team. Andy Pettitte with that foul ball that Rodriguez has now thrown a first pitch strike to 18 of 23 batters. 1-1 now on Pudge Rodriguez. Fouls another one back to the screen, and it's 1-2.
Andy Pettitte has always had that knack throughout his career to get that ground ball double play when he really needs it, and it's usually to third base, and it's usually off of a cutter.
That's why back in the day he had Scott Brocious over there, like A-Rod could pick it, and had a strong arm. Start goes around the horn double play. Outside, 2-2 to Rodriguez. Scott Brocious, when he came over from Oakland to the Yankees, he was known as somebody who played kind of all over the field. He settled in with authority at third base for the Yankees. Last 5 starts, Andy Pettitte 2-0. Pitches fouled back by Pudge Rodriguez. Count remains at 2-2. And of course, he became a big-time postseason performer for the Yankees. I still remember that home run off of Trevor Hoffman in San Diego. World Series was over when that was hit.
Dead center.
2-2 pitch. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. Posada applies the tag for the putout. Time now for a word from our friends at the Fox Business Network. Sixth inning, time for another look at tonight's Toyota Text poll. Once again, the question: based on his performance this year, not only tonight but this year, would you like to see Andy Pettitte back in the rotation next season? And your answer, either yes or no. 88% say yes, and only 12% of you say no. And from what I've heard, Andy wants to come back next year.
Bunch of front runners. He's having a good game. Hey, if he had 5 earnings on the board now, what do you think that would have been?
Well, it might have gone down to maybe. If they had maybe in there, he might have had a few more maybes.
Now, Andy Pettitte, one of the most popular players, both in the clubhouse and amongst the fans.
Off-speed breaking ball. Alex Rodriguez leading off the 6th for the Yankees is high for ball 1. A-Rod's 1 for 1. Singled and scored in the 2nd inning, and also drew a walk and stole a base in the 3rd. The 1-0 pitch, another off-speed pitch, and Hideki Matsui had to jump out of the way.
You know, Kenny, with respect to that text poll, and of course Andy Pettit, I mean, he should finish his career with the Yankees. He's a valuable member, a lefty. He does a lot of things well. I always thought those questions were answered in the postseason. Speaking from experience, when I was in that position, I ended up signing a series of one-year deals towards the end of my career, and I always thought, you know what? With the Yankees, it's how you do in the postseason that determines what happens next year.
2-1 pitch is a call strike. 2-2 to Alex Rodriguez. Alex will be followed by Matsui and Posada. We get a little bit of rain here at Yankee Stadium. Precipitation. Ball is hit hard, knocked down by Holland. Scrambles off the mound, recovers and throws out Alex Rodriguez. He robbed Alex of a hit by knocking that one down.
Derek Holland, good quick action right there, really. A hard one hopper from A-Rod that would have been into center field. Good quick hands. He found himself in the right spot with the glove right there.
We're going to come out and check on the left-hander. It looked like the ball hit him in the glove.
Palm of the glove is what he said.
Well, we have a moment here. It's copyrighted telecast. It's presented by the authority of the New York Yankees. It may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the New York Yankees. Here's Matsui. 2 for 2, a couple of singles and a run scored. Takes a pitch in there for a call strike. Outside, 1-1. Hideki, his hot streak here has now jumped his average over the 270 mark. 272. Outside, 2 balls and a strike. Lately, you don't want to be behind in the count to Hideki Matsui. He's got 23 home runs. 10 of them have come against left-handed pitching. 2-1 pitch, bouncing ball to short for Andrus. Stays back on it, comes up with it, throws to first, and there are 2 outs. Matsui is now 2 for 3. And I'll bring up Jorge Posada, who's been one of the hitting heroes tonight. 3-run home run in the second. He got the biggest blow of the night for the Yankees and also struck out swinging. Like I said, a certain energy to a ballpark when just about every seat is full. The Yankees trying to pick up their 42nd home win for the home folks against just 19 losses. Posada takes a fastball up and in for ball 1.
Holland in good shape here pitch count wise. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 6th. Just over 80 pitches, 83 pitches.
When you look at his line, the testing inning was the second inning for him. That's the one where he struggled.
It comes down to 1 pitch for him, the 3-run home run to Posada.
Inside for ball 2, 2 balls and no strikes.
Other than that, he's been very sharp and very much in control. We talked about Nolan Ryan, and there's Mike Maddox, the pitching coach, the new pitching coach this year. Nolan Ryan trying to get an extra inning out of his young pitchers, conditioning them in the minor leagues.
Posada lines one towards right field. Coming on his cruise, and he makes the catch. That one held up. Yankees go 1-2-3 against Derek Holland. He's retired. 7 straight Yankees, but the Yankees still lead it 4-1. All on Yes is brought to you in part by your tri-state area Audi dealers. Audi, the official luxury vehicle of the New York Yankees. Well, you can see the rain falling here at the stadium. Maybe it'll cool things off just a bit here. As the Yankees are leading 4-1, it's on to the 7th inning on our Smirnoff scoreboard. Andy Pettitte has allowed 1 run on 4 hits and faced Chris Davis here. Davis scored the only run in the 5th inning and swings here at the first pitch of the top of the 7th and pops it up. Alex Rodriguez over near the third base bag makes the catch, and there's 1 out. I'll tell you what, looking up in the rain, not easy when you're trying to gauge the speed of flight of a pop-up or a fly ball. So those raindrops are kind of getting away. Your eyes get a little wet, teary.
That's that rain that's going to sweep through and make this next weekend coming up so nice. Supposed to be beautiful weather coming up.
Starting tomorrow, I hope. So it's going to be a little cooler tomorrow, according to Kevin Smolin, our producer, who has a direct line to Al Roper. Here's Taylor Teagarden. Teagarden, who struck out, grounded to third, is 0 for 2.
In case you were wondering, Kenny, Boston is leading the White Sox up at Fenway in the top of the 7th, 2-1. Another tight game at Fenway.
Pettitte misses, and it's a ball and a strike on Teagarden. Necessity is the mother of invention. Ball is fouled off by Teagarden. It's going to serve 2 purposes. She won't get wet, and she won't get hit in the head with a foul ball.
Sometimes I think I saw O'Neill playing defense at right field like that a couple of times.
Probably thinking about his hitting.
Working on a swing.
Yeah. 2-2 on Teagarden. You're going to get a text. That's right. You don't answer the phone.
That's right. Can't find me.
2-2 pitch. Hit on the ground, foul by Teagarden. His at bat will continue.
I'm still looking for payphones, Kenny.
You're going to have a harder time finding him, believe me. Here's Phil Hughes just moseying around out in the Yankee bullpen. So far, it's been a quiet night out there. As Andy Pettitte's been in control just about the whole way in this game. The backing of 3 double plays got them out of a couple of jams.
His 95th pitch of the night coming up for Andy Pettitte.
Little roller to the left side. A-Rod charging. Throws on the run, and that is out number 2. Another good play by Alex Rodriguez. Second time tonight he's thrown out Teagarden.
Well, you know when the third baseman is active, when Andy Pettitte's on the mound, that his stuff is good. Especially kind of soft hit balls like that.
Let's go to the IOTV HD Super Shot. That is a super shot. Transfer on the run, the accurate throw, and that's out number 2. 2 outs, nobody on, and David Murphy comes to the plate. Murphy broke it 0 for 14. Well, the double to the gap in right center field and scored Davis. Oh, 1 pitch misses inside. Andy Pettitte trying to complete at least 7 innings for the 4th time in his last 6 home starts. As Phil Hughes begins to warm up in the Yankee bullpen. Murphy drives another one to the gap in right center field. This is hit well, and this one is gone into the bullpen, and it's now a 4-2 game. David Murphy shaking that 0 for 14 in style. Last time up he hit a double. This time up a solo home run. And it's his 12th home run of the year. It's now a 4-2 game.
Almost in the same part of the park as you said, Kenny, where his double was. I mean, this one's driven a little better. We just showed Phil Hughes warming up. You better duck. get the blimp shot right here. You can see bullpen coach Mike Harkey and Phil Hughes warming up. Look out. Ball's drilled to right center.
So with 2 outs, the Rangers score. It'll bring up Elvis Andrus, the number 9 hitter, who's walked twice. And she had another run against the Yankees with 2 outs as Andy is closing in on a triple digits in pitches tonight. Andrus takes a pitch for a call strike. And that is the first home run that Andy Pettitte has allowed in 7 starts. There's a pitch that misses 1-1. 43% of the runs allowed by the Yankees this season have been scored with 2 outs, the highest percentage of any team in the major leagues. As Phil Hughes is warming up in a hurry there in the bullpen. Check swing, and that misses. Andy had gone 49 2/3 innings without allowing a home run.
I got to believe this is probably Andy Pettitte's last hitter either way, whether he gets it out or not. You got to believe that Andrus gets on, that Phil Hughes will face Ian Kinsler leading off in the lineup for the Rangers tonight.
Foul back, and it's 2-2 now on Andrus.
Ian Kinsler got some pop in his bat. Certainly would be a tough matchup for Andy Pettitte late in the game with a chance to tie the ball game if Andrus gets on.
I think the fans sense the same thing you were talking about because they're trying to rally Andy Pettitte to get this final out here at the top of the 7th. And the 2-2 pitch. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. He got him. So Andy Pettitte gives up the home run and nothing else. David Murphy's 12th home run of the year makes it a 4-2 game. It's on to the 7th inning stretch here at the stadium. But first, going to stay right here and listen to the very patriotic song, God Bless America.
Thank you. Now please join Kate Smith as she sings God Bless America.
7th inning. On our Smirnoff scoreboard, the Yankees leading 4-2. Bottom third of the Yankee order: Robinson Cano, Jerry Hairston Jr., and Melky Cabrera. Cano swinging at the first pitch in the foul territory, and it's off the glove of Michael Young and into the seats. I think that's a product of not knowing, as a visiting player, not knowing how many steps you have till you get to the wall.
Well, that's exactly right. You see him kind of drifting. He had more room than he thought.
Reaching out with the right hand to feel for the wall, and it never came. Yeah, a couple more steps. Maybe a play that should have been made. And now Cano makes him pay. Rifles one down the third baseline. Murphy's up with it. Cano is racing towards second. The throw is offline, and he's in with a double. Cano's second hit of the game, and now 54 multi-hit games this year.
Well, he does. We talked about Robinson Cano line to line. When he's going well, he hits the fastball the other way and pulls the off-speed stuff and right down the line. No hesitation to go for two. Throws up the line, off the line a little bit. Cano's going to stand up for this double. And right now is when he's getting that double. He sees it, no hesitation. Good solid turn. Good throw, might have made it closer, but it's an easy stand-up double otherwise.
36 doubles this year. His career high is 41. He's done that twice. He did it in 2007 and also had 41 doubles in 2006. Hairston might be trying to bunt here. Nope. Ball gets away from Teagarden, but not far enough for Cano to advance.
Kenny, we mentioned that Boston score, 2-1. Boston in a tight game with the Red Sox. As you see the Rangers bullpen and Jason Jennings, the righty, warming up. Big lift for the Red Sox getting Tim Wakefield back tonight. He's in that ball game, 7 innings, only giving up 1 earned run. They've really missed him.
Made the All-Star team for the first time at 43 years old. No sign of the bunt by Hairston, and he takes this one outside. 2 balls and no strikes. Hairston had a home run his last time up, drove one into the seats. That's his second home run as a Yankee, his 10th overall. He had 8 with Cincinnati, and it's the first time in his career he's hit as many as 10 home runs in a season. Ball is hit in the air towards right field, and this will be out of play. Hairston trying to move the runner along. You know, that's one thing. If you have a hitter who's capable of handling the bat like Hairston is, if you have a bunt, you're giving away an out. If you haven't hit the ball to the right side, you might sneak another hit in there, and he'll get an RBI.
It's true. Definitely in a hitter's count right now, too. 2-1.
Cano on second with a leadoff double. Hairston at the plate with a 2-1 count. He's 1 for 1 tonight with a walk and a homer. Off-speed pitch is in there for a call strike. 75 miles an hour.
Well, Holland's got all the pitches. Certainly a mid-90s fastball. His pitch count's in good shape right here. 91 pitches, 53 strikes. But he's got a good changeup, a couple of different breaking balls, a curve and a little cut slider, and certainly a power fastball.
22 years old.
Kid's the real deal.
2-2 pitch is fouled back by Hairston.
This is what Nolan Ryan was trying to institute. We talked about it before. Nolan Ryan coming over. He's trying to condition, and of course Mike Maddox there, the pitching coach, trying to condition these young pitchers in the minor leagues to get through 7 innings. Nolan, it's not about an unlimited pitch count. It's more about conditioning his pitchers to get deeper in the game.
Hairston fouls another one.
And Nolan's theory is that just that extra inning, if minor league pitchers are conditioned to go 6 innings and quality start of 6 innings and 3 earned runs, he wants them out of that mentality. He thinks it affects the whole lineup. If you can get your starting pitchers conditioned to at least get through 7 innings, it saves another spot in the bullpen, gets you to your 8th inning setup guy. And Nolan really believes that, and he's trying to condition it from the bottom up.
Full count now on Hairston. Last time the count went full and Hairston hit a home run. On deck is Melky Cabrera. Ron Washington. team has really improved under his watch. Better pitching, better defense. That was his big thing when he was a coach with Oakland, teaching defense to infielders. Pitches line foul. In fact, Eric Chavez, who went on to win many Gold Gloves at third base for Oakland, gave one of his Gold Gloves to Ron Washington to thank him for all the work that maybe he didn't want to work some days, but Wash was out there hitting them ground balls and turned him into a Gold Glove infielder.
You can certainly see his imprint on this team. We've rarely seen a Texas Rangers team that had such good team defense and speed and also running the bases. Their stolen base percentage far and away the best in the major leagues.
Pitch is popped up behind home plate as Hairston fouls off the 9th pitch of the at-bat. Fans celebrate the inaugural season of Yankee Stadium this Saturday, August 29th, when the Yankees take on the Chicago White Sox. First 18,000 fans, 14 and younger, will receive a Yankees calculator courtesy of Sharp Electronics. For tickets, log on to Yankees.com, visit Yankee Stadium ticket window, Yankee Clubhouse shops, or call Ticketmaster at 877-469-9849. Calculator day. You can figure it out. Pitch number 11 coming up. Jerry Hairston making Holland work here. Wiping his brow. What am I going to do next? I've shown him everything I've got.
Really has, and he's got back into this count with a 3-2 pitch. It'd be interesting to see if he goes off speed to get Hairston to try to pull it instead of go to the right side.
Another thing though, from a hitting standpoint, this is where your discipline really pays off, because Hairston's in the swing mode right now, and it's not going to take anything too far out of the strike zone for him to swing again. This 3-2, you really have to have your discipline working as a hitter. 3-2 pitch, and he fouls another one off. The count remains 3-2. That pitch was close. I don't know if it was a strike. It might have been, but he is in the swing mode right now.
See Derek Holland just approaching the 100 pitch mark, still throwing well. 94 miles an hour on that last fastball. He certainly retained his stuff throughout this inning.
High and inside, and Hairston draws the walk. Well, the Yankees have 2 men on, nobody out here in the bottom of the 7th. And here comes Ron Washington. That was a 12-pitch walk earned by Jerry Hairston Jr. Third walk allowed by Holland, and that looks like it's going to be it. So with Jason Jennings coming down the bullpen, Derek Holland's night is done. The Yankees lead 4-2. We'll be back with the rest of the bottom of the 7th. icon and a legend in the city of New York. Next Wednesday, the Emmy-winning series Yankeeography profiles the architect of modern Yankee dynasty, the boss, George Steinbrenner. Don't miss this special 90-minute premiere with limited commercial interruption. Next Wednesday night at 11, only on Yes. That should be something. And it's called The Bullpen. It's brought to you by AT&T, your world delivered. And the new pitcher for the Texas Rangers is right-hander Jason Jennings. And this will be his 44th appearance of the year. Now, Jennings lately he's been having problems with the first man he's faced. He's walked the leadoff batter 3 of his last 4 outings. Here's Melky Cabrera in the bunt situation. Squares the bunt, gets it down. It's a good one. Jennings will let it go. It's bobbled by Young, and all hands are saved. And now the bases are loaded with nobody out. That's got to be an error.
Absolutely. I mean, the Yankees obviously, Melky, a good bunt. You bunt the ball to third base with men on first and second. Jennings off the mound quickly, kicked it. Maybe you heard footsteps. Maybe Michael Young started to call it right there. Jennings pulls up, tries to get out of the way, but it hits him on the heel. Certainly got in the way of Michael Young there, who probably was going to take the easy out at first.
Well, Melky's going to be credited with a sacrifice at no time at bat. But he reaches on the errand by the pitcher, and that'll bring up Derek Jeter with the bases loaded and nobody out here at the bottom of the 7th. And the stadium is starting to come alive. Yankees up 4-2. Jennings deals, and it's a called strike. I believe it was Michael Young called for it, and then Jennings tried to let it go, and it hit his right foot.
Yeah, that's probably what happened. And as a pitcher right there, you just go get the ball, especially when you're that close. You go get the ball barehanded and throw to first base and get it out.
Jeter tonight is 0 for 3. Jennings deals, and that's in the dirt, knocked down by Teagarden, and the count levels at a ball and a strike.
Jennings, a former starter with the Rockies, broke in 0-1 with the Rockies. His best season, he won 16 games in 0-2 with the Rockies as a starter. This is his first full year as a reliever with the Texas Rangers. Spent 1 year in Houston as well.
1-1 pitch is lined over short into left center field for a base hit. Cano's going to score. Here comes Jerry Hairston Jr. The throw is cut off, and it's now 6-2 Yankees. Jeter's first hit of the night produces 2 runs.
Well, when you're hot, you're hot. And when you get a hanging slider right down the middle, Derek Jeter is not going to miss it. Right on it. Drills it. A no-doubter. He'll pick up some RBIs on the way.
And now the inning will continue. With runners at first and second, still nobody out. And it brings up Nick Swisher. Derek inching up closer to Lou Gehrig on the all-time Yankee hit list. It won't be long now before everybody else who ever played for the Yankees will be below him on the all-time hit list. Swisher tonight is 0 for 3 with a couple of strikeouts. And the first pitch is inside for a ball. Those 2 runs were charged to Derek Holland, who allowed 6 runs, all of them earned.
Pitched much better than his line, though.
The 1-0 pitch. Swisher takes, and it's a called strike, 1-1.
One of those things when you pick up the newspaper tomorrow and you're going to look at Derek Holland's line, and you're going to see 6 earned runs. I tell you what, this kid acquitted himself very nicely here at Yankee Stadium and pitched very well. You can see why the Rangers are so high on him. He certainly impressed me tonight, and those 6 earned runs are a little deceiving.
Most earned runs he's ever given up in a game. This one is drilled to right field, going back as Cruz. He won't be able to get there. The ball short hops the wall. Melky Cabrera is being waved home. Derek Jeter is being held up at third, and it's now 7-2 Yankees on the booming double off the bat of Nick Swisher. That was a rocket.
Jennings has had trouble with the slider, and here's another one, or actually that's probably a changeup. It's off speed, up, out over the plate, belt high. Swisher just drills it. short hops the wall. You see Jennings has had trouble. You see that's a little changeup. It's off speed in the low 80s. Certainly not the location Jennings was looking for.
26th double of the year for Nick Swisher. And now give him 67 runs batted in. Second and third. Still nobody out. Mark Teixeira will come to the plate. The Rangers are going to bring the infield on the left side. Look like in. And on the right side, Kinsler, the second baseman, doesn't want to get too close. He's halfway. Teixeira takes a breaking ball for a call strike. The Yankees have scored 3 here in their half of the 7th. And they are threatening for more. Teixeira with the swing and a miss, and it's 0-2. Trying to increase his team leading total of runs batted in. He's got 93 on the year. Low and inside, good stop by Teagard. Not like Teagard behind the plate tonight. He's shown some dexterity behind the plate. Haven't really seen him throw.
He's got a reputation, even though he's young, of being very athletic. Moving well, blocking balls well. You see, that's perfect position. Good anticipation. Smothers that pitch.
Well, he has a chance to learn from one of the best. Breaking ball is drilled down the right field line. If it's high enough, no, this is off the wall. Jeter's going to score, followed by Swisher on a long single by Mark Teixeira, and it's now 9-2 Yankees. They have broken this one open. Jason Jennings has not provided much relief.
Well, it's another off-speed pitch, a slider once again, right in the heart of the plate, about thigh high. 3 straight off-speed pitches that have been drilled off of Jennings. Teixeira, as Kenny said, the only question was whether it was going to be high enough. A booming single. But RBIs number 94 and 95 for Mark Teixeira so far this year.
He's almost all the way around the board.
Pretty good before the end of August. You're pushing 100 ribbies.
Here's Alex Rodriguez that takes a pitch for a call strike. Alex tonight is 1 for 2 with a run scored and a stolen base. So the Yankees, with a 5-run 7th inning, now lead by 7 runs.
One of the toughest adjustments, as we said, Jennings is a former starter for 6 years with the Rockies. You know, when you're coming in out of the bullpen late in the game, you got to be able to get your off-speed stuff down.
Inside, a ball and a strike.
As a starter, you've got more time to kind of ease into it and work your pitches in. And as a reliever, there is just no margin for error.
The Sox are knotted. 2-2 in the top of the 8th at Fenway. A-Rod takes one over the inside corner for a call strike. It's 1-2. There's still nobody out for the Yankees here in the 7th. A double, a walk, a sacrifice along with an error on the same play, a single, a double, and another single. The Yankees now with 9 runs on 10 hits. A-Rod fouls one off the foot and goes down in a heap at home plate. And that's going to bring out Joe Girardi and longtime trainer Gene Monahan.
Down and in, right off the top of the foot. Full swing. Watch A-Rod. There's no check swing. That's a full hack straight down off the top of his foot. Immediately to the ground.
Just another reminder, aerial coverage brought to you by DirecTV. Get every Major League game in HD this season with DirecTV. Wow, we've had some beautiful pictures here tonight. Even through the raindrops. 1-2 pitch. A-Rod pops one up in the foul territory, and this is going to be out of play. Just a light rain falling here at the stadium. Doug Mathis. So he's heating up in a hurry in the Rangers bullpen. 1-2 pitch to Alex Rodriguez, hit on the ground to second base. Kinsler to Andrus to Davis, and it's a 4-6-3 double play. 2 outs, nobody on now for the Yankees here in the 7th. Well, tomorrow afternoon on Yes, the Yankees close out this series with the Rangers in a Wednesday matinee here in the Bronx. Coverage starts at 12:30 with the Tri-State Ford pregame. Then David Cohn and I are here with all the action. The Rangers, the Yankees, tomorrow at 12:30. Make that 12:30 only on Yes. Here's Hideki Matsui, who is 2 for 3. David, remind me again what time after the game's over. I don't want to show up late tomorrow.
We'll send out a search party for you. I'll send Rucco over to get you wherever you're staying.
That's all right. 1-0 on Matsui. I'll be here. Swing and a miss. And it's 1-1.
Yeah, you're the mature one here.
Just about everywhere I go, I'm the mature one. Swing and a miss by Matsui on a pitch out of the strike zone, and it's 1-2. The way Matsui's been swinging lately, I haven't seen that much. Him going out of the zone for a pitch. He's been locked in since this past road trip. 6 home runs on a road trip. That's pretty good. Drove in 15 runs on the trip that started in Seattle, went to Oakland, and then to Boston. That's in the dirt. He wouldn't chase it again, and it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Brian Bruni. He's the man now throwing in the Yankee bullpen.
Well, the Yankees scored 9 runs last night. It wasn't enough. Tonight, much different situation. Andy Pettitte outstanding in his starting role tonight.
High ball 3. Full count now with Hideki Matsui. The Yankees have broken through here in the 7th. 5 runs on 5 hits. Make that 4 hits in an error. Payoff pitch to Matsui. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. He was going for the downs. Well, that's going to be it for the Yankees here in the 7th. They pick up 5 runs on 4 hits, 1 error. Jeter for the base hit. Swisher with a run scoring hit. And the same for Mark Teixeira. game. Text your vote to 58772. And here are your candidates: Andy Pettit, Jorge Posada, Jerry Hairston Jr., or Derek Jeter. 58772. Standard text messaging rates apply. New pitcher for the Yankees, Brian Bruni, and his first pitch to Ian Kinsler is a call, strike one. Bruni is not allowed to run in his last 5 appearances going back to August the 7th. That's over 6 1/3 innings. Low and away with a slider, and it's a ball and a strike to Kinsler, who's 0 for 3. There are the overall numbers.
The strikeout guy, 28 strikeouts in 27 innings, but 15 walks.
1-1 pitch. It tried to check the swing at Kinsler, but went around too far, and it's 1-2. Mentioned the top of the order for the Rangers here in the 8th. Kinsler, Young, and Hamilton to face Brian Bruni. His last appearance was on the 21st, last Friday in Boston. Ball is hit on the ground to Alex Rodriguez. He's got it. He throws it. And there is out number 1. So Bruni will now to move on to Michael Young. Hey, fans, join Nancy Newman after the final out of the WB Mason postgame. Get in-depth highlights and analysis from this game against the Rangers and a look around the rest of baseball. Plus, Kim Jones has a reaction from the clubhouse. It's the WB Mason postgame right here on Yes. Michael Young takes a pitch for a strike. Young is 0 for 3. He's reached on an error and struck out twice. By the way, Andy Pettit went 7 innings, gave up 2 runs. Both were earned. 5 hits, 7 strikeouts, and 3 walks. An outstanding night for Andy Pettit. A little roller that's beyond the mound. And it's going to be an infield single for Michael Young. Derek Jeter could not toss him out. Once that ball got by Bruni, Michael Young was going to have his first hit of the evening.
See him going up trying to get that high fastball, but chops it straight down. Kind of hard to do, get on top of a fastball and hit a slow chopper like that. Jeter, really the right decision. No play. Michael Young runs well.
And now Young has hit in 13 straight games. Here's Josh Hamilton. Got a couple of hits tonight. Had 4 hits here last night. And the pitch is low and inside for a ball. It's the Yankees 9 and the Texas Rangers 2. Yankees with a 5-run 7th to blow it open.
Really a well-pitched game up until the bottom half of the 7th.
Ball 2. 2 balls and no strikes.
You know, Andy Pettit, as we said, was very sharp tonight. Andy Pettit threw 22 first pitch strikes out of 27 hitters he faced tonight. Very much in control, and conversely, his counterpart, the young bull, Derek Holland, I think pitched very well to counter him. You know, he had 1 bad pitch. He gave up a 3-run home run to Posada in the bottom of the 2nd. Give up another solo home run to Jerry Hairston in the bottom of the 4th, but otherwise was very sharp. It was really more of a pitcher's matchup tonight up until the bottom of the 7th. As Kenny said, when the Yankees threw 5 runs on the board.
2 balls and no strikes on Hamilton. And he's taken all the way, and that's in there for a strike. Hamilton, with the 2 hits tonight, is now hitting 13 of his last 15 games, but he hasn't really poured it on. He hasn't really gotten it going lately. Here's a 2-1 pitch, and he drives this one, and it looks like he's going to loop in and fall in at right center field. Michael Young will turn at second, head for third, and it's another base hit for Hamilton, his 3rd hit of the night. Remember, he had 4 hits here last night. So 1st and 3rd and 1 out against Brian Bruni.
He is so strong. Bruni trying to come in with a cutter. Up and in. You can see that's down towards the trademark. Does not get it, but he just muscles it in the gap. We've seen him do this several times these first 2 nights in this series. You can see that ball has got a little loop in it. Not hit that well, but certainly you got to give him credit there, right, Kenny? I mean, you muscle that ball out there, hit it in the gap, and you got another base hit. We've seen him a few times with those types of swings.
All 7 of his hits in this series have been singles.
I guess that's when you're starting to get hot, right? When you fight off good pitches and you're getting hits out of them.
Well, it's almost as if they have nothing for you to get you out. You're finding the holes, even when you're not hitting the ball well, and fall in, and then when you do hit it well, they got no chance. Here's Nelson Cruz. who tonight is 0 for 2. He's ripped into a double play and also lined out to Andy Pettit, drawn a walk. First and third, one out. First pitch is a slider, and it's high for ball one. Ball two. 2 balls and no strikes.
We saw Josh Hamilton last year, well documented what he did in the home run hitting contest at the old Yankee Stadium. He came in trying to hit the ball out of the ballpark. Be interesting to see if he got one here. A little more room out in right field in terms of the gap where you can see the subway. So
hit one out of the stadium?
Completely out of the stadium. That was his goal. He made it. He tried. He hit some bombs in that All-Star game last year.
Rooney falls behind, 3 balls and no strikes. So after retiring the first batter, Kinsler giving up back-to-back singles, and now has worked to count to 3-0 on Cruz, who'll be taking this one. Take it all the way, and it's in there for a strike. Pudge Rodriguez is on deck. Fouled off. Oh, that got Posada. That hurt. Jorge's going to walk around a little bit. I'm not sure where it got him. It could be maybe on the left arm or hand.
We've seen him get hit in that spot several times. You see his right hand comes back up and gets exposed. Oh, it's off the glove hand. Wow.
Right off the fingertips.
Yes, that too. That'll let you know too. Because this will bend your wrist back. You see the glove fly back. Not only does it hurt your fingers, you can get a little tweak in your wrist as well.
And it appears that Jorge is going to leave the game. And we hope this is not a serious injury. Jorge, a big part of the offense tonight with a 3-run home run that came in the second inning. And now trying again from the bullpen, as you can see at the top of your screen there, is Jose Molina. So hopefully it's just a bruised hand and Jorge will be all right. And that gives us a chance to move on to the Land Rover drive of the game, and we go all the way back to the second inning.
This is probably the one pitch Derek Holland would like to have back. Up in the zone. Looked like a slider. Posada does not miss it. Batting right-handed.
That was his 17th home run of the year, and it's also our Land Rover drive of the game.
Posada had a home run left-handed last night. Right-handed tonight. Take the rest of the night off and get some ice on that hand.
Here is Molina, who was scheduled to catch tomorrow. Joe Girardi had already said he was going to catch tomorrow afternoon's game, day game following a night game. And while we have a little bit of time here, we'll remind you, if you're working late away from home, don't worry. Now Yankee fans can watch live Yes Network games on their PCs and laptops. If you're an Optimum Online or an IOTV customer who watches Yes, go to YesNetwork.com to get more information and sign up for your subscription today. So Molina will get a couple of warm-up tosses here. And when he's ready, it'll be a 3-2 count on Cruz with runners at first and third and 1 out. He's ready. It won't take long.
Yeah, he's been throwing down in the bullpen, throwing the ball back to the pitcher. So he's ready to go.
So Molina in place of Posada.
That time of the year, August 26th, under a week to go before the rosters expand, September 1st. Probably see Francisco Cervelli back when the rosters expand.
3-2 pitch is fouled off to the right. Looked like a slider from Bruni.
Be interesting to see who the Yankees call up to expand the rosters in September to add depth. It's sort of a tricky situation. You don't want to flood the clubhouse with extra players that get in the way of the regular players, but at the same time, you want to have some extra depth in September. I'm sure you'll see Cervelli and some pitching as well.
3-2 pitch. Ball 4. Bruni misses, and the bases are loaded with 1 out. Well, you know, in a way, though, you want to reward some of your minor leaguers who had some good years. There's Phil Cope warming up. You get a look at the big leagues for the last month. Joe Girardi maybe going over some scouting reports there as Rodriguez steps in. Pudge tonight, well, he was up in a similar situation in the first inning with Andy Pettit on the mound. And it's hit into a double play. He was up there with the bases loaded and 1 out, following a walk to Cruz, and that's exactly the situation here. Young at third, Davis at second, to make that Hamilton at second, and Cruz at first. Pitch to Pudge, he's taken all the way and takes a strike.
Brian Bruni definitely has got his velocity back from his pre-injury days. 95, 96 60 miles an hour. The last part's just a little better command.
The 0-1 pitch outside, and it's a ball and a strike. We hope Posada's okay, but the way he left the game and was walking around, you could tell that he was in some pain. The 1-1 pitch fouled off 1 and 2, and there was no discussion as to whether he was going to stay in or not. Now that might have been an immediate call. Let's get him out of here and get some treatment on the hand. And it didn't look like he was trying to persuade somebody to let him stay in.
Well, it just gives you so much appreciation for how beat up the catchers get, especially these good hitting catchers. Posada have been an offensive force his whole career. This guy in the box too, Ivan Rodriguez.
1-2 pitch, a ground ball to third. This could be 2. A-Rod to Cano for 1 on the first, and there's your double play. For the second time tonight, Pudge Rodriguez grounds into an inning-ending double play with the bases loaded, and both times it was started by Alex Rodriguez. To Cano, to Teixeira, it remains 9-2 Yankees. Baseball on Yes is brought to you in part by Cataway, by Radio Shack, and by Blimpie, America's Sub Shop. Well, he took over for Posada due to injury, and now leading off the 8th inning is Jose Molina. getting his first at bat tonight. He'll be facing a new pitcher for the Texas Rangers. It'll be Doug Mathis out of their bullpen. Big right-hander deals, and he moving fastballs outside, ball one.
Mathis on the season, 16 games. Pretty good ERA, 3.09, 32 innings pitched.
Another fastball up high, and it's 2-0. Mathis, 11 of his 14 appearances have been scoreless. I think a key stat for relievers: inherited runners stranded. Here's a pitch low, because sometimes you give up runs, but they're not yours.
Very true. I mean, it's a good relief corps. Definitely one, as you said, Kenny. Really can develop a lot of confidence if you do strand a lot of runners out there. More times than not, you're going to come in with base runner.
There's the base on balls to Molina. It's time for the play of the game, brought to you by Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% on car insurance. And here it is.
Incredible range by a young shortstop and a great presence of mind. There's no way he's going to get to this ball. Robbie Thompson sends A-Rod. Even if he gets to it, there's no way he's going to make that throw. Yes, he did. That's the Geico play of the game by that young man, Elvis Andrus.
On his 21st birthday, turning in a couple of good plays tonight. Here's Cano, who was grounded out, single, and double, 2 for 3. His average jumps up to 317. He's got Molina at first with nobody out here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Slider, 2 balls and no strikes. Second straight hitter that Mathis has fallen behind.
And it is a final. Big Poppy with the second home run of the game, a walk-off job to give Boston the win in Fenway, 3-2.
I bet you that set off the crowd at Fenway Park. Here's a call strike to Cano. Big Poppy's warming up with the home run bat.
Certainly has. Got Tim Wakefield back tonight, the Red Sox, so big night for them up in Boston in Fenway.
Win tonight, the Yankees would maintain their 6-game lead in the American League East. And a loss by the Rangers would drop them 2.5 behind the Rangers in the wild card. I mean the Red Sox in the wild card. Ball was fouled off by Cano. And it's a beautiful stadium. See the sparkling blue lights there. Cano takes inside on Monday night. You and I, David, were at the memorial service for Arthur Richmond, longtime senior advisor for the Yankees, who passed away back in March. And a lot of people came from all over the country. Quite a few celebrities. Don Larson was here, good friend of Arthur's over the year. And George Brett. Ball is hit on the ground to second, could be 2. Kinsler to Andrus to Davis. A 4-6-3 double play. There are 2 outs. But that was a very special evening and showed how much Arthur was loved and missed. I knew Arthur ever since I was 19 years old at first signed with the Mets. Came into Shea Stadium for the signing of the contract, ceremonial signing of the contract, and Arthur was there that day. And a lot of good stories, including your own. That was very touching, what you had to say about Arthur. Kind of funny, too. But a lot of people had some very special things to say about Arthur Richmond. It was a good night.
Arthur Richmond's truly a legend in the game and an original. You know, with the Mets, actually all the way back to the St. Louis Browns. New York kid, grew up, got involved in baseball his whole life.
Pitches outside, man, make that a strike to Harrison. Managing general partner, co-chairperson Hal Steinbrenner. Had a good story about Arthur. Everybody had some nice touching stories with just a hint of humor involved. 1-1 pitch, and it's hit on the ground, foul. 1-2.
Yeah, Hal was great talking about his father, George Steinbrenner, obviously, and Arthur, and some of the battles they had over the years.
Some of the meetings they would have.
That was just hilarious.
Just a bit contentious at times.
One or the other would be storming out of the office. Classic Seinfeld episode type stuff.
Ball is fouled off by Hairston. Count remains a ball and 2 strikes. Don Larson had some pointed address. And a good time was had by all. Arthur would have been very proud of the crowd he drew. The 1-2 pitch. Way outside. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Very classy of the Mets to participate as well. Owner Fred Wilpon and Omar Minaya showed up for the memorial service here at the stadium, as Kenny was saying, for Arthur Richmond.
Yeah, of course, Arthur spent many years with the Mets as well. Buddy Harrelson. There's a pitch for it's outside. It's full count. Former Mets shortstop with the Miracle Mets back in 1969. Of course, Arthur was there when he was with the Mets, and Buddy made a nice speech. Full count now on Hairston. Payoff pitch. Fouled at the plate. Hairston's made a night of he's been up there. He's had more airtime than any other hitter tonight.
That's a really good at bat.
Had a home run tonight. Walked, scored a couple of runs. Hairston has seen 31 pitches tonight. His dad would be proud of him, Jerry Sr. 3-2 pitch, and he's going to see 32. And now 33. Now this is going to be 32 coming up. Got a little ahead of myself.
They're hanging in there.
Yeah.
Look, Jack's sporting the hat, the black Yankee hat. Lauren Michaels took the shades off. Paul McCartney.
33, just as I thought. 33 pitches for Jerry Hairston that he has seen tonight.
Lauren Michaels has been a great Yankee fan over the years.
What's your favorite Jack Nicholson movie?
Oh, The Shining, without a doubt.
Oh, you're going scary. I got to go with One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. That was just a classic. Call strike 3. On the 34th pitch he has seen tonight, Jerry Hairston Jr. is retired for the first time. The Yankees are out of it here in the 8th inning, but they lead 9-2 going to the 9th. In the booth tonight.
And it is, of course, the starting pitcher, Andy Pettit. Very sharp tonight. Had all the breaking stuff working. Threw first pitch strikes to 22 out of 27 batters. Finished with 103 pitches. Got big double plays when he needed it.
Andy Pettit, 17th pitch, 2 earned runs, 7 strikeouts.
Chevy player of the game.
Brian Bruni gives way to Phil Koch, who comes in out of the Yankee bullpen. And Koch has made a team high. This will be his team high 58th appearance of the year. And he will face the left-handed hitting Chris Davis. Leading off the ninth, last chance for the Rangers, and the first pitch is inside for a ball. 58 appearances, 4-3, 4.68. 40 strikeouts in 50 innings, only 18 walks. There's the call strike, and it's 1-1. On this most recent road trip, when the Yankees were in Oakland, Coach's parents were on hand. Doug and Pamela, along with a lot of people from his hometown of Sonora, California. Inside ball, too. 2-1. A chance to talk to his mom and dad. It's got to be special. I mean, it's early in Colt's career. I mean, those are times when everybody wants to turn out. CC left 150 passes in Oakland. Just about his whole hometown of Vallejo, California. Pitches fouled off.
I thought it was pretty cool, too. CC Sabathia with his mother went back to his old grade school.
Yeah.
Handing out backpacks, really making his presence felt. I tell you what, that's a solid guy right there. CC Sabathia, off the field, back to the community he grew up in.
Not only handing out backpacks, but they were filled with school supplies. Those young kids had problems getting those backpacks home. 2-2 on Davis, who tonight is 1 for 3 with a run scored. Koch deals. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. Strikes out the first man he faced. And each one of those backpacks had an autographed photo of CC Sabathia in it. Future All-Star votes.
Phil Hughes up the ladder, 95 miles an hour. And Phil Hughes has really solidified himself in that Yankee bullpen. Or Phil Koch, I'm sorry, Phil Koch.
Well, you're right.
The two Phils mixed up.
Well, yeah. Yankees are getting their fill. Let's put it that way.
The filthy Phils.
Here's Teagarden coming to the plate. And he'll take a pitch for a call strike. Taylor Teagarden is 0 for 3. Grounded out twice to Alex Rodriguez. And then struck out. By the way, the Yankees have made some defensive changes here. Better get those in. Bouncing ball to short. No defensive change there. Derek Jeter is there to throw to first as in time for out number 2. So the Rangers are down to their last out. And then defensive changes for the Yankees. Nick Swisher was in right field. Now he's in left field. Also in right field now, taking over in right, is Eric Hinsky. And Jerry Hairston Jr., who was in left field, is now at third base. And Alex Rodriguez is out of the ball game. So that catches up defensively. And here's the hitting hero for the Rangers tonight, David Murphy. Driven in 2 runs, 1 with a double, and 1 with a solo home run, his 12th of the year. But he represents the Rangers' last hope. 2 outs here in the 9th inning. And the 1-0 pitch. That missed. 2 balls and no strikes. So it appears the Yankees are going to even up this series at a game apiece going into tomorrow afternoon's finale of this series. A.J. Burnett gets a start for the Yankees. Dustin Nippert will be on the mound for the Texas Rangers. 2-0 pitch. There's a call strike, and it's 2-1.
Boy, it seemed like the Yankees before the All-Star break were about 7 or 8 games over 500. And less than 6 weeks later, they're looking to go 32 games over 500.
2-1 pitch, and his ground ball towards the right of Cano on the backhand. With the throw, a nice play to cap it off. Cano with a sparkling play, and the Rangers go 1-2-3 here in the 9th inning. They do not score against Phil Koch. As we take another look at Robinson Cano, we've seen this all season long. There's the final out of your ball game, and the Yankees win this one by a score of 9-2. The series is evened up at a game apiece, and the Yankees will celebrate in the middle of the diamond here at Yankee Stadium. Phil Koch goes a 1-2-3